My name is Amy Price, and I have two boys, Dominic and Alex, and they are both enrolled in the community school. Dominic is on the autism spectrum.
Okay, my name is Erica Thomas, and I have two kids. My son goes to Oakstone Community School, and he's on the autism spectrum. Well, as I said earlier, my son was placed here by the Franklin County MRDD, and I saw tremendous growth and explosion in his skills and abilities since being at Oakstone, and so there's no other place for him. This is the place that serves his needs, and it's the best place for him to be.
And I think that there's a drastic need for services for children with autism across the nation. And there's not a lot of places that can work with children with autism appropriately. So when your child's diagnosed, you're put in a position where you don't have a lot of choices for services depending on what's in your area. And we're very fortunate to have programming in Columbus, especially programming that will work with public funding. So my son was placed by his public school district, and then due to some restructuring in our public school district, that programming was lost, and then we opted to go to Oakstone Community School instead of pursuing something like due process.
We had a lot of very positive interactions with both the Democrats and Republicans. I mean, we have families from many districts around Central Ohio, not just one legislative district. So we tried to work with many of the legislators to get them to know more about Oakstone Community School and come out and get tours and meet our children and hear our stories. And it was amazing. Some of the legislators came in with a not very positive outlook on community schools as a whole, but once they saw what we're doing here and how our children are just really benefiting from the program here, they went away with a much different outlook on community schools and said, some of them even said that, wow, we need more schools like Oakstone. This is exactly the kind of thing we want to encourage.
I was very impressed with the legislators and how they did really have an open mind and we're able to see what we're doing here. I think because we have an effective rating and we don't have all of our children take the alternate assessment, so our children are on the autism spectrum, which is the highest level of disability in the state system, yet we're able to educate them and they're able to perform well even on a typical test or on an alternate assessment. That is very impressive to the legislators to see that kind of progress can be made with kids with autism. We are effective. On our report card, Oakstone Community School has obtained an effective rating for the last 2 years, and our students score better in certain categories than Columbus Public Schools, which is where we're located at. And our students, 100% of our students are on an IEP. So all of our students have some sort of disability. 98% of them have autism, which is a very pervasive disability, and they score well. So we know we're doing something right.
Well, it was the Journal of Pediatrics, I believe, that published the study that the rates of autism have gone from 1 in 10,000 in the 1980s to now being 1 in every 94 children are diagnosed with autism. One size does not fit all when it comes to these kids either. One child with autism is very different from another child with autism, so there is no one way to service these kids. And so one school district can't be expected to meet the needs of all these children. So having specialized schools like Oakstone that have special programs for our kids is just tremendously helpful. You just can't get that in one school district.